We are the weirdos, mister.
Hello, it's me. I have my coffee. And listen, y'all, listen. I've got a lot of tea. This is a Wednesday when I am filming. By the time I feel like, you know what? Patreon channel members, you will see this before it happens, but I feel like by the time YouTube sees it, I will have gone regular. I am a regular postal employee, baby. I have benefits. I have 2 days off. Can I get a round of applause, please and thank you? But it wasn't without trials and tribulations. Today is wash day, so I've brushed it upwards as much as possible, my little fro. I'm gonna try like to trim a little of the like flyaways. I've trimmed my hair before, it's not a big deal, but I'm gonna try to trim those. Oh, y'all, I swear I always have like, do you ever have like that one eyelash that just like tries to like escape you and you're like, no, get back in here. Anyways, I've had a very conducive morning because, you know, I get up at like 5:30 in the morning, whether I want to or not. This is my day off today. But moving forward, my 2 days off are going to be Sunday and Tuesday. Bye-bye. Listen, I'm going to just be weird throughout this entire video, so just prepare yourselves. Wait, I'm always weird. Okay. There is absolutely no booze in that coffee. Anyways, yeah. So this morning, got up 5, walked Bo. You can sit there, baby. You can sit there. You can sit in your spot. Wash dishes. So this morning, walked Bo, filled his water bowl, washed dishes, put a load in the laundry, and I washed brushes. So I'm feeling hyped. So anyways, let us get it. Say hi, BB. Hey. All right. Anyways, I'm such a nerd. All right, I need to get fresh brushes because it's been a minute since, I'm washing brushes, right? I'm washing them, but they're not all washed. So that is where we are. All right, so I'm gonna bring y'all just a little bit closer, just a smidge. We're gonna come in just a little bit. I feel like this lighting is warm. I feel like it's nice. We're gonna hope that it is because this is how I have to film for now. Until, it's probably gonna, you know, who cares? I film how I want to. You know this. Okay. I feel like that's good. All right, so what I'm gonna go ahead and do today. I have the Instant Rewind Magic Eraser and I'm just gonna see if there's any left on here before I even start scooching it. Cause I'm gonna try to like, see, is there? Yes, there is some. All right, like that I've been doing it. It's an undertaking. Oh, damn, I thought there was a mirror in there. There's not, so let me just, Jeebus, let me grab a mirror. I am never prepared. Listen, I started out prepared and then like I just stopped being prepared. Oop, I forgot to do a couple of quick things. Hold on. Oh my god, you're sitting like a little man. It's so freaking cute when you do it, but it's also unsettling. Both of these things. Whenever you sit like a little man, dude, I swear to you, it's like unsettling and it's adorable. Cause like your dingy doo is out and I just, oh my god, I love this shit. Listen, I've said this before, I really like this. Like this, I really do love the Maybelline, Instant Age Rewind. I just wish that its delivery system wasn't such trash. But like, I really do like it a lot. I need to shave my mustache because it's getting a little bit out of hand. Anyways, let's get into it. Let's start about work because here's the thing. One of the reasons I wanted to talk about work the way that I wanted to talk about it is because this is like, well, they're all story times, are they not? I think so. Yeah. I'd be making myself like confused because I feel like a story time has to be like, and all of these are stories. Anyway, I'm like just living my most medium life. Let me do that. Okay, hold on, my creator. So first of all, I want to do a shout out to Nikki Bishop, Steven, what's up? And I appreciate y'all for showing up. Like I wasn't prepared. I also wanted to let you know I'm doing some changes to the Patreon so that it's not double charging. And I don't know if it's double charging, but you know what I mean? Like if you joined at the end of the month, then that is when you would be charged instead of like constantly, you know. So anyway, I'm gonna fix that. Anyways, because I'm gonna have time now to do the things that I've been wanting to do, and I'm like, fresh brushes. Let's see if I still like this Sigma brush. All right. Okay. So, anyways, y'all. So recently, you all Patreon channel members have seen already, and I think at this point YouTube would have seen it. A video where I'm talking about being a neurodivergent adult and how it's friggin' difficult. It's very annoying because it's hard to get along doing things. And I am bringing this up because I know you were like, I thought you were talking about being a regular. I am. This all pertains to that thing. I really am getting confused because like I'm looking and I'm trying to figure out how many of those lifter lip glosses do I have, because I feel like every time I turn around I find one somewhere, but they're not the same, but maybe they are. Anyways, who cares? That is not what you came here for. So, oof. It's gonna make me look really washed out and weird right now, and that's okay, because I'm gonna be using this really, I don't know how I feel about this L'Oreal Infallible Foundation. We gonna try it uno mas tiempo and see. I feel like I've done it one other time and I don't know if I put that video up. Anyway, getting to become a regular postal employee after a year and some change, it was actually, you know, amazing. First of all, because there's people who've been like RCAs and CCAs for 5, 7, 10 years, and I couldn't do that. Listen, if I didn't see a light at the end of this tunnel when I had, you know, originally started, I would have quit the job. I'm not even kidding. I would have quit. I would just been like, yeah, moving in with my mom. Speaking of which, we'll get there. Anyway, so I had a video talking about the difficulties of being a neurodivergent adult. And how it's difficult because it's just like hard to take care of yourself, and it's hard that a lot of people don't understand you, and a lot of people have like difficulties with you, and you have difficulties with people, you know what I mean? I always feel like, yeah, that's what it is. It's just a smidgen too red. So I think if I just kind of localize it, we'll be all right. We'll be all right. It'll be fine. I kind of use a very little amount of it, and so then that way it's not soaking and showing as red as it is. Well, we shall see if I'm good at, you know, whatever craft this is I'm doing. Which, anyways, so I've had this happen before. Now, well, let me just start here. Some of y'all may not know this, but originally when I started, I had to use my own vehicle to deliver the mail. So, and that is called a POV, personally owned vehicle, personally operated vehicle, whatever, same. It's the same thing. It's all an acronym to say that you have to drive your own car and ruin it for the post office. And they do pay you mileage, but like, it's not really worth it, honestly, especially if you crash it. Anyways, so, not worth it. So I say all of that. I'm gonna just add just a smidgen because I have just like a little excessive dark eye today because I don't sleep. Hello, fellow neurodivergents. I notice none of us sleep. How many hours are y'all getting? Like, if you are a neurodivergent adult, please let me know. Are you getting more than 3 hours of sleep? If so, how? Anyway, so, but all those routes now have, every route at my post office has a vehicle. Every single one, right? The thing is, if a regular's vehicle craps out, they take a vehicle from the RCAs. And the thing is, that is okay. But I wasn't gonna drive mine because I was like, no. However, the way that it got positioned was like, they came and asked me and I was just like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna take my own vehicle because I'm not. And you can't make me. That's really what I was like, I'm not doing it, you can't make me. Good luck to you, sir. I'm just gonna call him Santana, okay? Because I can't make up people's names. My mind won't do it, okay? I can't do it. There's real people, and I can't just give them... Listen, when I say Tomas, his name is Thomas. I can't, that's how bad I am at making up names. God. Anyway, let's move on. Like, if they see this and they're like, Audra, I'm gonna sue you. I'm like, ooh, you're gonna sue me for the pennies of cents that I have? Good luck to you. Good luck. I wish you every luck, and I will give you the 5 cents I have in my bank account, bitch. Have it. Ugh. Besides, it's only defamation if it's not true. Anyway, Audra, you're getting into territory. Anyway, let's do our eyes. It's because I talked about it, I'm gonna get in here with the At First Sight palette again, because I talked about it that one time. There they are. I was like, where are those brushes I just washed? I mean, not just, but like they're clean. So what happened is that I'm kind of liking this little like jangly. It's like so pleasant for me. ASMR. Okay, I'm done. But what, so, and I'm on a route that is full CBUs, which is the collection box unit, which are not your individual mailbox. So as soon as I say that, I think most of you know what I'm saying. Like normally you have the individual mailbox that sits outside your house, but now all new construction, apartments, all have CBUs. So because of that, the route that I was on, because it's an all CBU route, that's one of the biggest reasons that, the number one, that is the main reason that they constantly take that vehicle. We're gonna do an all matte. Yes, we are. And so, because you can deliver that out of your car. That's what I'm saying. A full CBU route does not require you to do any reaching or anything like that to be able to deliver. Like you just roll up at the box and pull, you know, your deal out and you're like good to go. Your deal. So all of that to say, all of that. And I was just like, yeah, no, I'm not going to take my vehicle. Absolutely not. Like, you know, it is what it is. Because normally what I would have done was just be like, oh, can I just like at least wait? But they don't let you wait like for a vehicle to come back. And that's my issue. Is I was just like, yeah, I'm not taking my vehicle. I don't ever feel safe. Like these vehicles are not like your personal vehicle. If you have not had it retrofitted or outfitted, I should say outfitted. Your personal vehicle, if you have not had it outfitted to carry mail, it doesn't do a great job. Like, and it's dangerous. Like, let's be very honest. It's very dangerous to do so. And if you are delivering to curbside, which is your standard outside your house mailbox, if you're delivering there, the issues that you run into are many. One of them being like, okay, well, are you just gonna like reach over and do that? And then you have to drive with your feet weird, which could potentially lead to an accident. Let's be very, very real. Like this is, I'm like giving all this like inside information, but it's dangerous. It's very dangerous, and it's not the smartest thing in the world, especially for people like me to do. Like it's not, I don't, listen, my brain doesn't like that. So, and I didn't do it. I never did the like reachy crossy thing that so many people did. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that because I know me. And I was like, listen, I will crash. So that is not how I crashed. Don't start. So they're walking around and they're trying to figure out what to do. And because Renee's vehicle went down. No, not Renee. That was just yesterday. Annette, whom I love. I love Annette. Annette is fantastic. Love her. Anyways, so I'm sitting there and I'm just getting like frustrated. And then they're trying to, because I'm watching them figure out what they're going to do, because I'm like, what you're not going to do is like try to force me to take my vehicle. I'm not doing it. You can't make me, the end. But I could feel them trying to. And then my supervisor, Sherry, just goes like, Audra, you can't say no. Now, if y'all have not heard of PDA, not that kind, but what I'm talking about is pathological demand avoidance. then what that means, a lot of us on the spectrum have some really intense bodily autonomy issues in which we have to feel like completely in control of our bodies. I know a lot of people have that anyway, but what I'm saying is if that is ever threatened, one of the reasons that we have such, not all, but a lot of us have such strong reactions and have the meltdowns that we do, an autistic meltdown, is because that is threatened. It causes us to go into fight or flight mode, and it's not pretty. It's really not. So she tells me that, and listen, I am very much the you can't make me autistic. Like I don't do well. And at the time you're also fighting the other part, which is change, which I found this meme on one of my autistic forums, and I cannot breathe every time I see that. I'm like, that is just so accurate. Like the smallest change. So what we have happening here, I think I just dropped spit into my palate. I'm gonna live. Anyways, so what we have happening here are two things. Like one, it's the beginnings of like a meltdown, and I can feel it coming because like I'm starting the volcano rumbles, where I am walking around just because as soon as she said you can't say no, listen, I'm walking around this office just like, you can't tell me, it's getting worse, right? And on top of that, there's the change to the schedule and the plan, which is like, you know, now all of a sudden I can't do the route the way that I had planned on it. There really wasn't even a bunch of stuff that day. And I just felt like I came into work and now it's all getting ruined and I'm getting like mad stressed. Oh, you know what? Yeah. I'm gonna just kind of tap that in there. Yeah. So I am getting increasingly more irritated, more stressed out, like, and it's just like getting worse. And then they come over. And they, meaning, because Santana is like a 204B supervisor, which, I don't know, it's like fancy words for like, it's a fancy like fancy numbers and whatnot for like supervisor in training. But that's really what it is. And honestly, our office does need more than one supervisor because there are enough routes for that. Number one, my opinion, obviously I'm not the boss and I don't ever want to be the boss. I've been the boss before. I've been a supervisor before. I would never do it again. Please, I would rather, please just set me on fire. You know what I mean? If you're gonna be like, oh, Audra, you're the boss of things. No, just a blaze. I honestly, if I had to choose, just like, I don't want to do that. So anyways, I keep spitting and I honestly don't know how it's happening. Like spit just is like flying out of my mouth. Like, hello, mouth? Do you know how to work? It's like, girl, no. I'm like, bitch. Anyways, by the time they come over and they're just like, you know, we're gonna have to take the vehicle, like I can feel the bees, as me and Yolanda affectionately call them, beginning at the back of my brain. And I know at this point, like, I'm like, okay, I know I've got to get the fuck out of here, because the one and only time I had a full meltdown at a job, I quit it. That was like 10 years ago. I quit. Because you cannot, for me personally, you cannot have a full-on autistic meltdown. And I didn't know that's what it was at the time. But I just want you to know, you can't have that and then just be like, go back to work. Like, yeah. No, not after you're screaming and throwing papers and like crying a bit and telling somebody to fuck off and that they don't tell you what to do. No, not after all that. You gotta, and they were willing to work with me. They were like, no, we'll like, we will accommodate you. And I was like, can you put me in an office where no one can see me ever again? Where I don't even, when I walk in the building, I walk into a tunnel and none of these people ever see me. No, they can't do that. So I quit. I wasn't gonna do that again. I think the look is coming out cute as shit. I'm gonna go grab some bronzer and we're gonna do that. I've been wearing this, I'm gonna show you, hold on. So basically, while I still have my wits about me, I leave. cause I know, I have a small period of time to get out and cause I don't live far from work. I have been using this makeup, this Revolution Pro, their sculpting bronzer, and it does do just that. And I've kind of changed how I've been applying it. It's been a thing. So I leave. I cannot do it. And I get home and it's just, I realize later, cause I call my union steward and I'm like panicking. I'm like, oh, I fucking left work. Like, when he does call me, just side note, because obviously, listen, this isn't going to be a linear tale. You know that. You know how I be operating in these streets. Anyway, I was like, sorry for like the gobbledygooky message, because it was garbly. It was like, I don't even know what I was saying at that point. He confirmed by being like, it's okay. Because I swear to you, in my mind, I think that I'm going, hi, union person, it's me, Audra. I'm having at the beep post office, I'm having a situation where they're trying to do XYZ and I don't feel comfortable with that, blah, blah, blah. So I left. But what really happened is like, it's me, I am senior RCA, make me take my car, like it was wild. It was a wild time. There was no, because I could actually like kind of go back and see it and just see me like, I'm losing it at this point. And I know it, and I think that that's the other reason, like I called my mom. I'm trying to keep it together long enough to like get to my house before everything just like falls apart, which it did. I got home. I still have a little bit of the bruise on my hip because I like clench it and I hit it. I punch myself in the hip a lot. It's a thing. It's fine. I am fine. Don't stress, because I get like stressed out. It's very upsetting. It's not something, get something to hit. Anyways, the point is, have a whole meltdown. And I get it. Like, my coworkers are pissed. And I totally understand them being upset, because like that means they have to pick up. Because remember, I told y'all, for rounds down. So now that means that they have to like pick it up, and I've made things difficult for them. And they're all very upset with me, and we're trying to discuss through text. So that's making things worse. Because I know I know that I've let people down, and I don't like that, because I like these people. I like Madeline, I like KJ, I like Alicia, you know what I mean? I like these people, and it was really, oh, don't cry because you're gonna ruin your makeup and we're gonna stream. Keep your eyes wide. Okay, so anyways, I'm like, so I really like these people. Like, they've been very kind and accommodating and funny, and they have allowed me to just be my full autistic self, my full autistic ADHD self. They don't question it. They don't make me feel awkward. They don't make me feel weird or stupid. These are things that are important to me, right? They don't make me feel like I am an unwell child, as a lot of folks like me can attest to, like that. And they don't make me feel like that. They don't make me feel like I am a small child who can't manage themselves. Do with that what you will. So a while ago, Teresa sent me the Creature of Light Soft Glow Enhancer, and I have found a nice usage for them, and I'm about to just use it now. Hopefully I do it right this time. Anyway, well, I did it right last night. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, so I am feeling mad stressed because I know, like, I've upset everybody, and they're upset, and I'm upset, and everybody's upset. It's a whole lot of upset. Everybody's mad, okay? Everybody's having a hard time, including me. And I don't know what to do, and I'm just like, ugh. And so, of course, as is the usual affair, once the meltdown subsides, which I'm very much an internalizer, so that's where some of that, anyways, I don't want to get into it. I'm like, I don't want to get into that right now, but I'm very much an internalizer. So the point is that I don't know what to do, and now I'm like left with the shame that many of us suffer from afterwards, because it's so embarrassing to be like a whole ass adult unable to just, and like, you know what I mean? But like a lot of people just don't really understand, and you're just like trying to get them to understand. They don't understand. You're like, please understand. Like, nobody understands. Please. You know, it's like a whole lot of like stress there. And so I'm stressed and I just don't know what to do. And I'm just like, and of course, you know, my next step is to just be like, well, fuck these people. This is why I don't have friends, you know, and get into the whole thing of like, this is why I don't have friends. Luckily, I have, this is, again, I said this in a Twitch stream, but this is why it's so important if you are Black and neurodivergent, Black and autistic, like, you need to have other Black people, Black neurodivergent friends in your life, because we have experiences that are unique to us. And so, because a lot of us already behave in these manners, right? And these, and I'm not talking about the fits or whatnot, but what I'm about to say is a lot of us already, as Black people, retreat from people anyway, when things go wrong, especially if they are of a different race, but like, we know how to do that. We retreat because we know what's gonna happen. We know like how dangerous things can be, et cetera, et cetera. So as such, we are used to this kind of maneuver. You know, somebody says something and you're like, psh. So we're kind of used to doing that as just like a survival mechanism. We've done this for a long time. Oof. Listen, I'm like, oh, listen. This is one of them brands that don't send shit to Black people. That's okay though. Most of them don't. Anyways, come back in with my brush. So, of course, I'm doing my whole like, this is why I don't have friends. This is why I retreat. This is why I can't do this. Blah, blah, blah. This is why when I go to work, this is why I chose this job so that I didn't have to be friends with anybody. Blah, 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 blah. And Yolanda was very kind and sweet and talked me through it like, no, you can't just retreat. That is not how this works. You need to do this. Just calmly talking me through it. Out there, like, you need to give yourself some grace. And the thing is, the mad thing about all of that is that I know damn well that Yolanda does not offer herself that kind of grace when she's going through this kind of stuff. I know she doesn't. Well, none of us do. Listen, we are great at providing advice to people and being like, oh, you should do this. But when it actually comes to doing it, listen, we do not give ourselves any grace. We don't give ourselves any love. We're like, no, you're stupid. We treat ourselves so badly. I'm getting better at it. Well, we'll talk about this another time. So anyway, the next day comes and I internalize anyway, so much so that, you know what, let me show you this TikTok. Go.
I don't know if it's the trauma or the autism, but my startle response is fucked. I have two options. Number one, hey, Jesus Christ. And number two, oh, that's it. There's no in between.
Okay, so I know this TikTok she's talking about like, you know, her startle response, but I also think that if you are an especially and specifically if you're an internalized autistic, I spend a lot of time in my mind up here. There's a lot going on in here, mostly varying fantasy worlds that are nice and comfy, and the stories, just like I said, they just keep going. Like it's a whole fantasy world, and it's like, you should write a book, baby. No, that would require some effort that I don't want to put in, honestly, but. So I spend a lot of time up there. So when you come up to me at any given time, I'm gonna go every time, like every time. When I was little, my mom used to be like, "Girl, I don't know why you so jumpy. Don't nobody want you but me." I've always been like that. Like, so it's not. This isn't new shit. Anyways, the point is that all of that's going down, and now I am. Like, there we go. I am now in a state of like having to go back to work after having let everybody down so spectacularly. And I was just like, everybody hates me. Nobody likes me. I've done this to myself. I'm just gonna, what I always do, I'm just gonna go sit quietly, bother no one, right? Bother no one, because bothering no one saves me. I'm like, just be quiet, you know? So that's what I did. I got in my corner and I shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, just be quiet. Just get in your corner, be quiet. And that's what I did. So that's like a Tuesday, right? And I'm just like, oh gosh. And at this point, I'm just like, I just have to get through this, right? In my mind, I'm like, I just have to get through this because I'm off. Like, I had started being off on Wednesdays, and I was just like, if you can just get through this, it'll be okay. You'll be fine. Everyone's not gonna hate you forever. But like, at least I could just retreat back into my house and curl up and like, you know, at least play some video game on Twitch or something that would give me like the sensation of not being a sucky human. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I can just not be a completely sucky person. Sir. But like, almost no one's talking to me, and then I'm feeling worse about it. I'm just like, oh, of course, this is my own fault. Now I've created this. I've created my own prison. So I'm upset, okay? To the point that I'm now singing Creed in my mind. And that day goes up, but like, I feel like the anger and the irritation from everybody, and like, it is justified. This is the thing that I want to get across to. It is justified. It is like, they are justified in being upset. They are justified. It sucks that happened. They're justified in being upset. And I know that there's a part of me that initially was like, see, everybody's fine with you being autistic until it's time for you to be autistic. But I also realized, like, because of past experiences, I'm in a lot of ways like not really giving them a chance either. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm over here upset and projecting. They're not really getting an opportunity. They're not really getting an opportunity at all to like even be able to like be upset, which they should get to do. They should get to be upset and be like, hey, it does suck that you did this. And for me to have to, you know, sit with that and be like, you right, it does suck, I'm sorry, right? So, because all I can say, and like, that's the thing about these, it's like, all I can do is say I'm sorry. Like, I can't go back in time, I can't fix things, no matter how much I wish that I could. And it's very annoying that, like, of all the things, of all the superpowers that I could get for being a neurodivergent person, the one that I get is, oh, you can build things without instructions instead of time travel. Anyways. So, Wednesday I have off. And one of the good things that does come out of all of this is that I do end up, you know, cleaning up. I get my my office desk built, my office / gaming desk built. I get that built. I get a lot of things cleaned. I got some laundry washed, not put away, but washed. So, you know, that did happen. I'm like, it's not put away still. It's a week later. But it is clean, babe. But now I'm like having a hard time. So the rest of the week, I'm just like trying to mind my business and listen, in a twist and a turn of just like the wildest events you have ever seen. I am no longer disliking Big Red. So here's the thing. First of all, I've got to leave. Okay. So here's the thing. Obviously, nobody's talking to me from my RCA team, which understood, and I'm not talking to them. Oh, let me also throw that in. They're not talking to me, and I'm not talking to them because, as I said earlier, I am an internalizer, and when I piss people off, my thought process is I will just back off until and or if you want to talk to me and we can work it out, because I'm generally used to most people just, you know, and then I'm like, okay. And I realized that like it's easier for people to cut people off, which I understand, you know what I mean? But it's easier for a lot of people to just cut you off and like move on with their life and pretend you didn't exist than it is to like work through stuff, because working through stuff is hard. It is hard. That's why a lot of us just retreat, because it's simpler to run. It's easier to run than deal with it. So they're not talking to me, I'm not talking to them, and I have decided to like uneasily just like be chill with Big Red. Again, obviously, because no one's talking to me. I'm by myself and I'm not talking to them. And so like we are now forming like not an alliance. I don't want to say that because that's going too far, but it's because I needed to realize that like there is only so much room for hate in my heart, and I need to save most of that grudge and hate for Brad Pitt and J.K. Rowling. Do you know what I mean? Like that's where that hatred needs to be, and like I need as much room for that as possible. You know what I mean? Like that hatred never stops. Also, I don't work with either one of them, so it's very easy, you know? Anyways, me and Big Red are chill again. I don't know what was going on with her. And we are conditionally chill. Now watch, here's what's gonna happen. Conditionally chill. And then eventually there's gonna be some other blow up, whatever. So it is what it is. All right, so now we've discussed that. So now Saturday comes and I'm pissed off because I didn't want to be there. Wait, let me go backwards. So I've been very quiet. No, it is Saturday. It is Saturday. Saturday does come. I'm over here like, wait, is it this or is it this? It is Saturday. Listen, my own timeline. Don't look at me like that. It's rude, first of all. It's rude for you to judge me and be judgmental. My memory is always gonna be trash. I'm gonna try to make it better one day, but that day isn't today. Anyway, so Alicia, I noticed, has like, I guess I can kind of go backwards because Alicia has been talking to me. And I was really happy about that because Alicia is the person I had the most static with when they transferred over to our post office. And I think one of the things about Alicia is that I am used to, as a neurodivergent person, I'm so used to the way that neurotypical people operate in like a kind of a weird like fake world. I'm sorry if you're neurotypical, but also I don't care. Y'all need to hear this. Y'all operate weird. Y'all move weird. You say things that you don't mean and you mean things that you don't say. And it's a lot. It's a lot of confusion, right? And I'm so used to that from people that I had a hard time with Alicia because I'm so used to having to like interpret neurotypical people. But with Alicia, there's nothing to interpret. She is exactly who she is. So you don't have to try to like, with her. She just is. Love that. Love that for me. Love that for her. I'm dead ass. Amazing. And it's so nice to deal with her and talk to her, but she's talking to me. So I'm really happy about that at this point in time because at least Alicia doesn't think I am the scum of the earth and, doesn't want to set me on fire. Nobody else wanted to set me on fire. You know, it was close. It's close. But it felt like that. I was like, they want to burn me. Burn her. So anyways, I'm having that. Now we can move into Saturday. So Saturday arrives, right? And I wasn't even supposed to be there on Saturday, so I'm already pissed off about that. Like, I wasn't supposed to be. I was supposed to have Saturday off, and so was Madeline. We were both supposed to have Saturday off, but then we get called in because there's an issue at the plant due to the storms that we had. And so, as such, therefore, and forthwith, because I just, for reasons, like to use all of them, but as such, there was a possibility of difficulties with regard to, I'm gonna get the word, just give me a second, mail. No mail came the previous day, so we just delivered packages. Friday, no mail came on Friday, we just delivered packages because we had like really bad storms here. It's like tornado season in Texas. I mean, listen, here's the weird thing about this. There used to be an actual tornado season, but now that the world is like burning, tornado season is all year. A tornado could drop down in the middle of winter. We don't know anymore. You know what I mean? It used to be like, oh, it's July. So like, but now it's just like, it's Tuesday, there's a tornado. So my sense of relief at anyone wanting to talk to me from the crew is palpable. Cause I'm like, oh my gosh, thank goodness, like one person, specifically Alicia, is like not mad at me. Cause I was like, ugh, it's just in my mind, I'm like, I cannot deal with this. Like, I can't. I hate it when, like, people that I actually like and care about are mad at me, you know? And that's why I say all the time, I can't care that some stranger on the internet is mad at me because I don't know you. Do you know what I mean? If you're some stranger, I don't care. Be mad. Like, say whatever. I don't care. Like, what are you gonna do? Nothing, because I don't care about you. You have to know me for, like, I have to know you and love you for you to hurt me, right? You can't just be some random stranger that, like, pops up and is like, oh my God, your makeup's ugly. I'd be like, so's your face. Like, you're welcome. If we're throwing insults, then you don't look so hot yourself, babe. Might want to call somebody about that. Anyways. So we are now at this situation where on Saturday listen, I'm not having a great time, okay? Cause like I said, I for sure didn't want to be there. I was like, nah, I was supposed to have the day off and me and my mom were gonna like get me some shoes, all these things. And I was really excited about these things being able to happen. And then it all got ripped out from underneath me because of the plant situation. So now me and Madeline are there. Now Madeline sends me a text. Like, and I'm walking in the door and I'm just like, I'm walking in. So like, there's no point in responding to my knowledge. Cause I'm like, I'm walking in the door. It would be weird. It would be like that moment in Clueless, which I don't like that. I think it's so awkward. You know what I mean? Ooh, this brush is not good for this, but here we are. Okay. We're just going to keep trying to make this situation work. I thought that the brush would like, thin out and then it didn't. So now I have to like make do. Now I have to make do. Make do. Okay, so now I have to like actually hold it and do that. Anyways. And so I come in and, you know, she's asking me like, what, cause I have to go run parcels and she's asking me like what routes I want to run parcels for. And I'm just kind of like shrugging because as I said before, keep in mind, I'm really just trying to like, whatever you want, you do, because I don't want any static. I don't want it, like, I'm still flame faced. That's what I call it. Like, my face will just, until like everything's relaxed, my face just gets like really hot and flamey. Like, it just like gets like, it's hot and it just goes the whole time. So I'm just like, whatever you want, whatever it is that you want is what I want to do because I don't want any problems. Like, that's really where I am. Like, it's literally like, that is my mindset the entire time. Just like, whatever you want, just like, whatever you want to do, I will do. I don't want to fight. Like, that's where I am. I'm like, I want everything to be relaxed. I don't want you to be mad at me. I don't want to be mad. I don't want to fight. Just like whatever you take what you want to take. Okay. And then I just grabbed the truck keys for one of the vehicles and I'm like, all right, let's get, and I'm also still in the mode of like, I don't want to be here. This is bullshit. You know, like I just want to go home. I'm just going to do like a quick little tussle upwards with these. I know you're like, where, listen, it's all going to make sense in a minute. Okay. I know. Y'all, I wear lashes all the time now. It's wild. I'm wearing lashes out in the world. Like, y'all, I'm a winner. You're not a winner if you can't wear lashes. Let me just rephrase that. But for me, I never would have thought this would even be a possibility for my life. And now here we are. You know, I kind of hated that mascara and now I'm starting to like it. Bitch. Anyways. So then Madeline comes up and is letting me know, you know, hey, they have me on throwing now. They have me throwing parcels now. And I'm just like, okay, you know, just like a shrug. Okay. Like, leave me, I don't, leave me alone. So sorry. I know y'all hate me. Like, that's what's going on in my mind, you know? Like, I know y'all hate me and I'm a piece of shit and I can't fix it, blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm so upset. Like, please, like... And the thing is, it's not like they're doing anything. You know what I mean? It's not like Madeline is like throwing shade at me and like whispering under her breath. Like, that's not how she does things. Anyways, I shrug. She explodes at me and is like, what the fuck is your problem? And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, I don't have a problem. She's like, yeah, you do. And I'm like, oh, no, I don't. So now I'm like even more stressed. I'm like, what did I do wrong this time? Fuck. and like I'm starting to shake a little bit. So I like take my parcels, go outside, start to load them up, and other people are like seeing this and they think that something else is happening. It's fine, you know, and I'm just like, huh. So then I'm out there. This is again why I love Alicia, because Alicia, and I'm just kind of like talking through where I'm gonna put these parcels and like how I'm gonna load up, because it's not super easy for me to do this sometimes, because I have several different routes at this point and nothing is routed. So I'm gonna have to route this stuff myself. And so I'm kind of like talking through like where I'm gonna place them in to package them up and et cetera, et cetera. And then Alicia's like, are you okay over there? And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm just like talking to myself because I'm trying. I was like, yeah, why? Well, I said, yeah, why? And then she was like, because you're talking to yourself. I was like, oh, I'm just trying to figure out where everything's gonna go and like how I'm gonna fit all this, because I just want to make one big trip. And then I just kind of start going a little off, being like, I understand that everybody's upset, like, etc. But like, I didn't do anything. Like, what does a shrug mean? Like, what does this mean? Because I thought that I was being like, hey, like, whatever you need, I thought it was just kind of like, okay, it's fine. Like, it's fine. Everything's fine. You're fine. I'm fine. We're fine. I'm fine. Everybody's fine. We're all fine. Fine is my middle name. I guarantee you that this lash is just like over here and it's causing a ruckus and it's just being an ugly bitch. I feel you being ugly, and I hate it for both of us. Like, why are you like this? Anyways, oh my god, I'm super hungry. What time is it? Can I order food now? I'm like, is it time for me to order food? Because I'm so hungry. Because I want to eat before I stream. Let me be very honest, because sometimes I wait too long and then I get super hyper focused and I forget. You know what? I'm gonna order the food now. Do you know what I mean? I'm gonna do it now so I can't fuck that up. Do you see what I'm saying? Forward up. Breakfast has gotten weird. Do you know what I mean? Like, you want breakfast and they're like, do you want the Alabama mango slammer? I'm just like, I just want bacon and eggs. Why is it so fucking hard for you? You know what? I'm not gonna order food. I'm gonna make myself food. Because I can, and I will do it. I can and I will. It's fine. It's fine. Because I'm gonna stress myself out. Okay, anyways, back into this. So I'm over here having a rough time, and I'm just like, Alicia is explaining like that apparently when I'm shrugging, I guess it's just like you don't give a fuck. And I guess to a degree, yeah, that makes sense. But I thought I was being like, it's fine. Whatever you want. Whatever it takes. So then I'm just like, well, I'm just trying to stay in my corner, Alicia. I just want to mind my business. I don't want anybody to be upset. And Alicia's like, just be yourself. I'm like, I am being myself, but it's making everybody mad. So I would really rather I'm just going to get back in here. I'm going to get back in here where it's safe. It's comfy. That's why I live there all the time. It's so safe. I have a whole like world with werewolves and vampires, and there's just like a whole thing happening. You'd have to, be there to get it, but it's like there's a whole thing, and it's very romantic. Anyways, now that is said, so I'm just like, oh my god. And then Sunday comes, I work my very last Sunday. Because Madeline and I don't interact again after that, right? And then Sunday comes, and I just worked my final Sunday ever, currently. I'm like, ever, but like kind of, yes. But no, but I did. I just worked my last Sunday, and I feel like a bad bitch. Like, I'm feeling amazing. I'm like realizing, y'all, it's Wednesday, right? Saturday is when I start as a regular. And the realization right now that when I start, right, on Saturday, I'm gonna go to work on Saturday, and then like I'm not gonna go to work on Sunday ever again. Like ever again. Like ever. Do you know what I mean? Gorgeous. All right, so that part's done. Now that I have spent a sufficient amount of time just stressed out, feeling trashy, crappy, terrible, I'm just like, oh my god. And I'm honestly so upset. I can't figure out how to like fix these situations. It's so hard. Like every time I do this, I'm just like, I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry, I'm such a disappointment, right? All right. So then Monday rolled around, and what ends up happening is Madeline comes up to me and says like, hey, I'm sorry for blowing up at you. I was just going through a lot of stuff. And I was like, I'm sorry too. I'm an asshole. I didn't mean to just leave. If I could have just like my whole thing, sorry, that was a lot of noise. But I was just like, if I could control all of that all the time, like I really, really would. You know what I mean? I'm like, I would control that from like beginning to end, babes. You know what I mean? I'm like, I wouldn't let but I can't, and it sucks. You know, I'm like, I can't control it, and that is really sucky because I'm trying to like not be annoying, but I can't help it, right? So that being said, we are now at the part where like we're all, I think, becoming friends again. And you know what's funny? Here's the funny part. To me, maybe you won't find it funny, but personally, I found it hilarious. Okay, so we're apologizing. We're getting cool with each other again, and I'm so happy because I am discovering like, oh my God, I have friends. Like I have friends here, like online, that are very, very near and dear to my heart. But in general, I don't do a lot of in-person friendships because I am an asshole. You know what I mean? So knowing that about yourself is an important thing. And I also because I know a lot of people want and expect you to do things like go places, and I'm not gonna do, I'm not doing any of that. You know what I mean? I'm going nowhere, okay? I'm staying in my house. You know what I'm gonna be? Inside. And it's very irritating because people will be like, oh, do you want it? And I'm like, no. You know what I mean? They'll be in these streets like literally trying to ask you to go someplace and you're like, no. So, do you want it? Mm-mm. Would you like? Mm-mm. My answer will be no, no matter what. No matter how you say it, the answer's no. So, all of that was a long, drawn out story. I look fantabulous. I look amazing, actually. Like a goddess. Listen, I'm gonna put on a little bit of a lippy. Nothing intense because I am about to just stream, and I don't really like it when I have like a lot of lip color on. But my friend did. Jen sent me a little something. I say nothing too intense, and this is about to be super burgundy, but it's something called matte lipstick. That was dumb. I'm like, it's something. It's like a matte lipstick. I don't even know. I'm only a beauty creator from time to time. What's a matte lipstick? A matte lipstick. Anyways, I'm getting weird. So sometimes we artists need to give ourselves, most of the time actually, we need to give ourselves grace because we really don't do that enough. And that's unfortunate. We will give everyone around us love and grace and care and the ability to make mistakes. This is from Koki, by the way. Koki Professional. I'm hoping that I'm saying that properly. You know, who knows? But we need to be more mindful of the fact that we don't give ourselves an nth of the grace that we will give everyone around us. And because it is detrimental for our spirits and our souls. It's so bad for us. We don't treat ourselves well enough. I am actually going to use the other shimmer right in here. I'm just going to kind of do that like that and then take a little. And now we're going to go make ourselves breakfast. And be the winner that we can be. You will get my brow highlight when I'm dead. And even then, you won't, because I'm going to have them do it for me in my casket. Booyah, booyah, shabooyah. That's it, y'all. This one was longer than usual. I just wanted to share that because I think that, again, a lot of us, we don't give ourselves the grace and the care that we should. And moving forward, you need to make sure that you are taking care of yourself. Try to drink some water, because I certainly don't drink enough. And remember that you're a human being and we make mistakes. It's very easy to get lost in yourself and in thinking that because you made a mistake, no one is going to be kind and love you, because obviously so many of us have had poor experiences with people not understanding our neurodivergency, especially if we went undiagnosed for long periods of time. But our reality is very much that there are, if you give them a chance, there are people out there who are worth your time and effort. And so those coworkers, they are worth my time and effort. KJ and Madeline and Alicia and Susan, like all of them, they are so kind and forgiving and loving, and I'm really glad that I know them. All right, that's enough mushiness for me. It's time for me to try to fix this damn Stream Element Street. It's just not working. So I'm gonna go try to fix it this morning because it's making me mad. I don't look this good for no reason. All right, bye.